Testing. Okay. Well, good morning to everybody and welcome. My name is Charles Richard, and we are in Coconut Grove. And if you are happened to pop up here with us, uh, I just want to welcome you. I am in an office, all right, right in the heart of Coconut Grove. And as you can see in the background, we have a nice little setup. And of course, the coffee, very important. Latte. Mm, delicious latte. And yeah, so first thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that we are all, that you guys are all able to see me. So I'm going to take this little wannabe phone. I call it a wannabe phone because it is not the good phone that I am used to using, but it does what I needed to do. And at this point, the only thing that I needed to do, all right, and this is how I do my streams, is I actually connected to the Wi-Fi, right? And once I connected to the Wi-Fi, I actually log into the Wi-Fi and I see myself just to make sure that it is broadcasting. It's a very simple process, very, very simple, but it is a process that I think is really worth noting that a lot of people don't do when they do these broadcasts, right? And these broadcasts, the most important thing is that these broadcasts are done in such a way that we get to not drop anything, right? So that you folks can actually see a nice, good stream, right? And so, yeah, so that's the first thing. So let me log on quickly. It's got a lot of stuff going on in here. All right, so let's get rid of all of that and let me uh, go to my YouTube channel. And all right, no thanks. All right, let's go to the YouTube and make sure that I am coming nice and clean, nice and clear. And let's go to the library and my videos and live. Yeah, Coconut Grove. I can see Coconut Grove. And yes, it is streaming quite well. Okay, I am surprised because well, for one, I'm streaming using complete cellular. I have 5G cellular, and so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it this way so I can just monitor myself. That's the only thing that I'm interested is in just monitoring, and I definitely want to lower the volume. Okay, it's just in full screen. Thank you for that. Uh, okay, and yeah. So I'm gonna put this somewhere where it's not in the way. Okay, I think this will be perfect right here. All right, because that's my second monitor will be there. And yes, so let's look at the chats. Uh, Let me do minimize that. I want to see if I can do the chats. Can I see the chats? I think the chats I have to go this way. If I want to do the chats, I think I have to do this way. Let me make sure. Um, no, I want to see the chats. And let's see. Um, all right, I don't see chats. I don't see my chats. Mm, that's weird. Very different. Uh, Let me see. Okay. Let me open the app. I think with the app I'll be able to do that better. Okay. Okay. So let's look at this. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Don't know where it went. So does this okay, here we go. Can I see the chats? Live chat. Okay. I got two people now. And let me see if I do it this right. Yes, I can see my chats now. Perfect. All right. So let's take a look at the chats here and say something. Um, okay. And all right. Let me say hello here. Uh, let's look at hello. And just, typical stuff that you do when you first start out. And can I see my chats here? Um, no, I cannot see them, but I can see them on the phone. So, anyways, yeah. So, yes, we're getting ready to broadcast. So, welcome, guys. Welcome, and welcome to the channel. And I always have a couple of things that I like to bring out to you folks. And yes, um, and I want to share some of this stuff. I'll see if I can get it to share. Can I get this to share? I think if I do it this way, I got two people viewing me. Thank you for joining me. Let me copy that link and let me see how I can do this. Well, we've been up for 6 minutes, right? So 6 minutes is a good thing. And let's minimize this again. All right, go this way, then go this way. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to go to chats. Where's my chats? Here's my chats. Okay, and that's what I want to do. Okay, so it's working. Great. All right. Can you guys hear me? Most likely, yes, you can. All right. So, first of all, I'd like to know how you're all doing. For those that are here for the very first time, my name is Charles Richard, and there's my name. Yes, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I do ask that you just hit the little button down there, somewhere down there, and just subscribe. And that way you get to see when we do these nice, simple chats, right? And what we have here is I'm in office, right, in Coconut Grove, right? This office in Coconut Grove is a workplace. Sometimes, most of you guys that already know me, you know that I do a lot of the live streams. I do it remotely, and I do it from different locations. Sometimes from restaurants, sometimes from cafes, sometimes from really beautiful scenic spots. But today, I happen to be in the heart of Coconut Grove. It is the main street where Grand Avenue, Main Street, and McLaren actually is sort of like an art, okay, artery or whatever you want to call it, like sort of like a little spaghetti thing, where all these roads actually meet. And yes, it is what we call the heart, okay, of the downtown Coconut Grove. Right next to me, actually across the street, I have Coco Walk, and on the other street across, I have um, Starbucks. And on the same street that I am in, I have Hotel Aria. which you have heard me do some videos on, and Mutiny are right next to me. And this is, oh, and the Mayfair is also across, right next to the Coco Walk. It is a very prominent, very uh, iconic place of Miami, uh, when and before South Beach and Brickell and Midtown, when before all those places ever existed, Coconut Grove existed, right? And about 2 minutes away, 2 or 3 minutes away at the most, you have the beach, which is a selection of either Tahiti beach or Matheson Hammock. And you have a lot of artists, okay, very well known artists like Madonna and etc., right, that actually live in this area. More, I want to say it is uh, much more developed, right, and much more prestigious, in my opinion, because of um, the grandfathered um, and I know there was a time that it's been around, all right. Everything else, with the exception of the islands like Watson Island, Hibiscus Island, those islands have been always populated by famous artists. Those are the islands that are between Miami and Miami Beach. Fisher Island came afterwards. It's very secluded, very prestigious island, but that came a lot afterwards. Brickell has been slowly developing. It is the new Wall Street of the U.S. Everybody is moving to that area, but Coconut Grove is always the place where just people want to come to. It is so well known and respected that we have the corporate headquarters for Sony Records is on the second floor of the Mayfair, which is right across where I am at. And you have a lot of, you have one of the most iconic schools for music, which is School of Rock, is also in Coco Walk, which is right next to the Mayfair. So just to give you a pretty much an idea as to what exactly it is that you are looking at. Now, if you can see, the weather today is terrible. It's been raining on and off, and this is why we've chosen to do work out here. And you see my friend, my beautiful friend here. That's Jasmine. She's doing her thing. And yeah, uh, she's part of this beautiful scenery. And yeah, she's laughing over there because she knows that I'm talking about her. But yes, yeah, meet Jasmine. Jasmine is a wonderful person. Very, uh, very, very. Um, I'm very blessed to have her in my life. Such a wonderful person. So, anyways, um, but with that said, it is a system that we use to work. This is just a quick broadcast, in showing you how these setups can be done. My setup, as you can see here, is a very simple one, right? I'm using the Lenovo, the Yoga Lenovo, the 6i. I find that the 6i is very rugged, very capable. You can find these right now are on sale, on clearance in on Best Buy for 400. I think it's $440 is what they're going for right now. And if you go around and search a little bit, you can find them as an open box for about 300, a little bit over $300, and it's got way more than enough power to be able to do this kind of work. And so what I do is I actually, the camera that you're looking at, all right, is from the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And I actually have it wired in uh, through USB-C, right? And I use a program, right, which is what actually allows me to create these videos from the camera. And this is the way that it actually connects the camera to the OBS, because I'm broadcasting with OBS. And of course, you can use Ecamm or any of those other programs. But I use a program called Camo. That's Camo. All right, and that Camo, that application, you load it on your phone and you load it on your computer, whether it is a Mac window or a computer. It works perfectly fine, and this is what you're seeing. Right, I'm broadcasting at 1080. I do not have any drop frames whatsoever. All right, so which is a super clean and super good. And that reason behind that is because I'm on the AT&T network and I am using 5G. Uh, which is gives me the bandwidth that I need, all right, and the speed that I need, so that you don't see no flickering and nothing else. The flickering that you see on the screen behind me has to do with an issue that I have with this laptop. It is not an issue of not working correctly. It is an issue that I sat on the laptop and I broke the screen. All right, and it's giving me connectivity issues. I'm going to get it fixed, but to be honestly truthful, to repair this computer, it's going to cost me like $250. All right, when I can get a brand new one for $400. So I think I'm going to jump uh, on that, and I'm going to get me a new one instead, and then just reload it, reset it to what I need to. I think that's the smarter thing to do, rather than to have this sent out and repaired. It's more cost effective just to get the brand new one, and just dump everything else on it, and so yeah, okay, that's where I'm at with this. But it works. But it works, and as long as it works, that's the key to everything. If it works, don't change it. And so this is what I use, and I always, everything that I have, I carry in this small bag that you've seen before. Really small. You can see my thermos there, but it's really, really portable. It is a Tumi bag. Yeah, I paid a little bit for it. I paid like $450 for it, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It keeps everything compact. It keeps everything safe. I cannot stress how blessed I am to have that backpack, because I used to carry a big one, a little bit bigger one, not a big one, but a bigger one. And being able to have something smaller has allowed me to physically carry less. All right, it forced me to carry less. And so when I do these live streams, I know that you guys have seen me. I used to use all these Fujifilm cameras and all this stuff, right? But this Fujifilm camera, any camera, that doesn't have to be Fujifilm, Sony, Nikon, whatever camera, Canon, whatever, right? But when you carry a camera, right, you're adding weight to yourself. And so if you're doing just live stream and teaching and doing that sort of stuff, this is a perfectly light setup. And then yes, I have this Plantronics setup also, which you can see the audio, how well the audio is. And so it's a simple setup, not costly, because number one, OBS is free. All right, it's very complex to use. All right, if you're not familiar with computers, but I think that is the right thing to do. The right way to do it, right, is using this software, because it is so that the community is so there's so much people in the community that if you have any issues or anything like that, people can actually help you. And that's something that is always beneficial. A lot of other companies, yes, they'll help you, but you have to send them an email or you call them, and they'll get back to you. And when you're doing these sort of streams, you need help right there and then. And in OBS, you might not find a person that helps you right there and then, but 99.9% of the time, you're going to find the answer that you need when you actually type it in into one of these communities, and it looks at the data or the data that is stored, and it'll most likely give you a proper response to fix the issues. And so, yeah, with that said, that is really, um, really um, one of the things, that I always sort of um, focus on. Okay, something that is stable. OBS is very stable. Something that is not costly, because life is full of surprises, and so like this saying says, my mom always says, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, right? So yes, you just gotta be ready for it. And yeah, you did see Jasmine over there. Do the nodding. There she is. There she is. But we have an added guest, okay, to this stream. Right, Jasmine? Do you want to introduce Freddie? Uh, we're going to introduce Freddie to you. This is Freddie, okay? Yes, that is Freddie, and yeah, that's her baby. She's laughing over there because yes, it has a story behind it. It's a fun story though, all right? It's a really fun story, and I think that life is all about not always being super serious, but you have to take uh, one day at a time, and you have to just, I think, if you live thinking about all the negativity and all the negative things that come to you, you won't be able to enjoy life. And I've learned that through my years. And so everything that comes negative to me, whether it is somebody that does something to me or somebody says something to me, I just brush it off and I keep going, and I look at the things that make me smile, the things that make me have a joyful time. And Jasmine makes me smile, especially with Freddie. Yes. And yes, that's just the way it is, and so I'm really blessed to have her in my life. And but I think that everybody needs to have that. That is um, a symptom of an ability that gives us the ability to live a healthy life. As for our own mental stability as well, is very important. And just love, and let yourself be loved. I think it's one of my biggest motives. Sometimes people take it for granted, but when you have the right people around you, it just makes sense. All right, it makes sense, and you become more fruitful, in the sense that everything that you do around you, right? People look at you and they wonder, what does this person have? What does this person have that makes him always smile, or makes him always, be uh, positive. I don't ever see him mad. I don't ever see him, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that is an important, and you got to practice. I think you have to practice it. I was terrible, okay, at this for many years. I was very terrible, but I got away from that. Tried very hard to get away from all of that, and I think I'm getting better at it. So when people say things negative, or they do things hypocritical, you still know about these things. You still are able to see, through the lies, okay, that people tell you. But the key to it is just brush it off, and don't waste your time focusing on the negatives, because the more time you focus on the negative, the more time it takes away from you to be able to take that particular time and use it for something that is much better. So, yeah, and definitely I want you to hit me up and let me know how this broadcast is showing up. And here's something filming. We're going to be talking about that filming, the differences between photography and cinematography. We'll be doing that for a while, and I think I'm going to go back to it, because I think this the ability to have all these uh, cameras and things that are expensive, right? That are expensive, are not needed. Okay, my setup here, if I look at it, if you were going to buy this, it's $400 computer and an iPhone 14. I have the, you guys have seen it with the iPhone 15 Pro Max here, and this iPhone 14. You can pick it up for about $600. So for $1,000, okay, you have a full setup. Okay, $1,000, $1,200, you have a full setup to be able to do this sort of stuff. And you find yourself a nice place like I've done here. I don't own that monitor. Okay, that monitor is part of the workspace. All right, but I plug it in, and it creates a set. It creates a beautiful set, and it comes with coffee. Can you imagine that? It comes with coffee, free. How's the coffee, honey? Yes. She drinks coffee too. Uh-huh. Now, little Freddie is on a special diet. He's not into coffee yet. All right. But it's okay. We got to have some fun. We got to have some fun while we do this. So, yeah, this is one of the things. We're going to be talking about photography. Photography as an art, not a science, all right? Photography, I've always said this, I will always say this. Photography is an art, it is not a science. People try to get these cameras, these fancy cameras, okay, and they try to make it a science. They try to make pixel peepers, and all that kind of stuff. And that just loses the the essence of what photography is and cinematography is an art. When you are dealing with an art is something that everybody has its own artistic, and what might not seem to be art for you, all right, might be art for somebody else. So when you look at this in this and in this aspect, right, it allows people to grow. There is no true um way. There are certain things that are basic, right? Certain things that are basics. People talk about, oh, you got to have the proper lighting, oh, you got to have this, you got to have that. Well, it depends on what you're trying to create. If you're trying to create a dark scene, a horror scene, you don't need to have the light, because the vibe, okay, that you want to create is that of horror. And when you create a vibe that is trying to portray horror, fear, right, you create a dark scene. So when you need a dark scene, you need less light. All right, so, and I'm using that as an example, right? And so photography, cinematography is something that has to do a lot with the director's eyes, and it has to do as to what it is that you're trying to interpret, what it is that you're trying to create, so that the viewer can capture that interpretation that comes from you. When you look at photography or cinematography and you take it into a science level, no, it needs to do this, the lens needs to do that, you lose all of that. You lose that creativity. You lose what actually motivates people, what actually makes movies become a huge success. Yesterday, me and Jasmine, we went to see a movie. We went to see Bad Boys 4. Beautiful movie. I love the movie. Okay, Will Smith is always going to be Will Smith, and Lawrence is always going to be Lawrence Martin, you know, and the whole concept behind the movie was that of continuing the Bad Boys series, right? But some of the scenes that I saw in that movie, and I don't know if you've saw, I don't want to tell you about the movie in case you haven't seen it, because I don't want to spoil the movie for you. But some of the scenes of the movie has to do with the captain. When the if you've seen the previous movie, the captain was killed, right? And so some of the movies I'm sorry, some of the scenes in the movie had to deal with Martin Lawrence, or Lawrence Martin, right? The character, right? Actually meeting the captain in sort of like in heaven, all right? Because something happened to Lawrence Martin, and he sort of met him. But that scene, when I want to get into is what the scene was more like, was a scene of lack of light, all right, lack of clarity, lack of um, the colors were matted. Okay, they were not the true colors, but it was a different. Most people call them LUTs. On the Fuji film, we call it simulations. It doesn't matter whether it's a simulation or a LUT, but it was not a normal color that you see with your own eyes. It was a different color rendering, okay, on that scene. And so that creates the mood, all right? And so when you look at that and you say, well, it needs to be, the camera needs to be like this and camera needs to be like that, and blah blah blah, all right, then you get away from being able to create that sort of a scene, because being scientific about photography or cinematography loses the creative area. And so that is very important when, as a director, okay, when I tell you these things, because it is so important that when we read a script, when we look at a script, that we portray those those moods, and those moods are only portrayed by color, because color brings certain moods, all right, to a person. Lack of light as well as light, okay, also does that. And we're going to be talking about all of this throughout this summer, in and out. And if you have any questions about any of this, please hit me up on the comments, and then that way I can sort of help answer some of these questions with some of the stuff that I have done. And I will start showing you for the very first time. I will start showing you some of the indie film stuff that I have done, documentaries, and just stuff that I've done here and there, right? And explain like behind the scenes of how I was able to create that feel. And yeah, so I hope that we can start a good relation. Um, this particular broadcast is also going to be linked into my Facebook. I have a Facebook community which is dedicated to film. All right, and because I want people to participate, right? And this Facebook group um, that is into film is for the South Florida area. So if you have anything that is coming up that you're going to be doing any sort of casting or anything that has to do with the film industry in the South Florida area, that's from Orlando all the way down to Key West, you're more than welcome to post it on the film. I'll add some links on the description below to that group so that you can look for work or put your credentials, your portfolios, whatever it is that you have, just go ahead and post it on there so that way you can see all of that, right? So, anyways, with that said, I think I've said just about everything that I need to say. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I deeply appreciate it as we build this community, as we build this channel. And then again, for those that are here for the very first time, my name is Charlez Richard, all right? And yes, and this across me, that is Jasmine, and you met little Freddie. That is Freddie. Yeah, say hello. Look at the camera. Look, say Freddie. Look at the camera. Freddie, the camera's that way. That's Freddie. Okay, that's little Freddie. Yep, and he's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun summer, and our next live broadcast. I don't know if it's gonna be exactly from here, but it'll be somewhere. Might be away from Miami. Okay, we don't know. All right, because we are um, always going to bring you full of surprises. I think that is the best thing when you don't know what to expect, but when you see what we bring to you is pleasing, then definitely it's a good thing. So, anyways, thank you for coming in to this live stream. For all those that are here on this live stream, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you on the next live stream. So, in the meantime, say bye bye, Jasmine. Wave bye. That's bye from Jasmine, and from me. I'll see you on the next live stream. Bye bye.